good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. We about to get into another reaction video. Social anxiety epidemic is destroying a whole generation of men. Now, I'm not too sure about how bad social anxiety is for other people. You know what I'm saying? I know, like, for me, it got to be like large groups of people that give me like social, like, I get anxiety. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm like in a, I don't know, like a party or something, I don't know, like a group, like a large gathering of people, that's when my anxiety started kicking, because my head is always on the swivel. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like I'm shy or nothing. It's just I be thinking like, all right, you know what I'm saying, like, watch this person, watch that person, watch this person. I think I seen something where it was like people that do that have like a vigilant personality or something. I don't know. But that's the type of anxiety that I have. You know what I'm saying? I don't have the anxiety where I like, you know, I can't speak in front of a large group of people, or I can't, or I feel like uncomfortable and super shy. Like I want to hide in the corner in the shadows somewhere, don't want to be seen type thing. Like, I don't have that type of anxiety. I feel like there's different types of anxiety. You know what I'm saying? So, but let's get into the video, man. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're new. Hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when I post new lit content on the channel. Let's get it.
Before I left the house, I swear I was doing so good. I was pumping myself up. I was saying, Ricky, today we're not going to let anxiety, control us. We're going to have a good day.
I deal with anxiety a lot, like social anxiety a lot of times. Like, I just have, that's an issue for me just talking to people. Like,
what should I do if my boyfriend has social anxiety? Get another one that doesn't have social anxiety and go out with him?
Listen, y'all, men are disappearing, and I'm not talking about physically disappearing, but I'm talking about socially disappearing, because we can see each other, but socially most men are absent. Nowadays, people rather jump on their phones than have any type of human-to-human interactions. The other day I went to a festival and people had on their best dressed just for them to be standing around on their phones. Again, they're physically there, but they're socially
Low-key, I think the phones play a huge part in it. Social media, you know what I'm saying? So, like, real life interaction with people isn't like a main source of communication anymore. It's online interactions. You know what I'm saying? That's the main source of communication between people. You know, it used to be that you go outside or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You go outside, hang with your friends, hang with whoever, you know what I'm saying? Y'all talk, you know what I'm saying? You go in the house, y'all get on the phone, you talk, right? Now it's like you can type whatever it is that you want to say to the person. I feel like that's more, people probably feel more safe doing that. Like, that's more of a safe route. Because if you just like, you know what I'm saying, you talking, you know what I'm saying, you say what you said, you mess up, you stumble, whatever the case may be, whatever, you know what I'm saying, like, that's what I feel like, yeah, so social media and cell phones definitely plays a huge part in some cases of social anxiety for people. That's 100% a fact.
gone. The social anxiety epidemic is something that most people don't talk about because the people that have it are suffering in silence.
Social anxiety is a mother, like, so I left the house today, and I wanted to do some Christmas shopping, so I came to Target, my favorite place. And before I left the house, I swear I was doing so good. I was pumping myself up. I was saying, Ricky, today we're not gonna let anxiety control us. We're gonna have a good day, and just all this stuff. Like, I'm just trying to prepare myself. And now that I'm here, it's just like my brain is, I don't know, it's just something about large crowds. Like, I don't know what it is. And I know none of these people know me. None of them have any reason to harm me or like say something crazy to me, but my brain just cannot process that I'm not in danger. Like, I'm literally sitting here debating going back home, and I don't, this is a crying fucking shame.
I deal with it.
Hold on, is that something that I'm dealing with? Hold on. I just said when I get around large groups of people, my head is always on a swivel. Dang. Okay, yeah, I got that form of social anxiety. You know what I'm saying? I got that form. I don't think it handicapped me to the point where I can't walk into a store or something. You know what I'm saying? I can't walk into like a mall or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it handicaps me to that point. But dang, okay. You know what I'm saying? I understand
Anxiety
you.
a lot.
I understand you.
Like social anxiety a lot of times. Like that's an issue for me just talking to people. Like no matter what it is, it could be on some friendly shit because I'm the type of person that gotta warm up to people.
When I look at the
deal
old
with it.
videos of people in the 90s and the early 2000s, they look like they were so full of life. Like, it looked like embarrassment was the last thing that was on their minds. Like, I don't know if y'all ever watched the old videos. They're interacting, they're dancing if it's a party. It's not like everybody's just to themselves. People are talking to strangers. Even in the shows, like, if you watch an old school
Yo, my uncle was like that. He can talk to anybody, bruh. Anybody. Like he grew up like he grew up like in old school, like old school. But I remember like we used to go out to like a store. It was one day we went to the mall. I think he was getting like a movie or something, like a kung fu movie. And it was a kung fu movie playing on the jump. And he just went in there and just started talking to people, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Like he could talk to anybody, bruh. Like social anxiety, like he had no social anxiety for sure. Like he could talk to anybody, anybody.
show, it's like the energy was just different. It felt so authentic. Like when I watch Martin, it's
be 100%
genuinely funny.
himself.
When I watch stuff from nowadays, it just seems like everything is so forced and people are trying to act instead of just flowing into who we naturally are. It just seems like back in the day, they were just so much more present. I can't help but to wish I was old enough to experience more of that era. Then I question, why are we so different today? Like, why do I go out and everybody is on their phones? Why do people say that it's so hard to meet each other? But it seems like people have a fear of even interacting with each other. Like, why do we care so much, even though all of us don't want to care so much? Like, why? Like, why does it seem like everybody is operating in a shell of themselves? It's almost as if our phones have become our safe space to run to instead of facing the issue of why don't we want to socialize. That unspoken issue has become normal. But social anxiety is a real problem that people are suffering from and is ruining their quality of life.
I didn't realize how bad my anxiety was until I got older, because I'm trying to plan for everything. So because like I'm not expressing how I feel, or because I'm like not really able to process how I feel in the right way, I'm trying to think of how you feel and then think of a response and then think of a response to your response. So now I'm planning the entire circumstance, entire conversation.
That sounds like a lot of overthinking. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like it's different forms of social anxiety, bro. It's different forms of anxiety. Like, that sounds like a lot of overthinking, gang. Like, bro, just gotta like, you know what I'm saying? Just go with the flow sometimes, you know?
Everything gonna go instead of just saying how I feel and seeing what happened.
I don't know if it's just me, but y'all ever been out in public and didn't want to be in public? When you got that feeling of everybody watching you, but nobody's watching you. Like, why the fuck do we always feel like that? But necessarily, I'm talking to the people who do feel like that. You could be walking into a store by yourself, and you feel like the whole store is watching you. You start having anxiety. You start thinking people looking at you, people thinking about you, people talking about you. But in reality, we shouldn't even care. Then on top of that, they're not even gonna fucking think about you when they leave the store themselves. I swear, bro, I'm just one of the people who don't like being around people at all. I don't like the vibe from people. I don't like being around a bunch of people. I just don't like that shit. I don't know if it's the bad experience I had with people in my past or how people treated me, but I know other people feel the same exact way how I feel.
Listen,
Yeah. It's I think once you get over that thought of like people just don't care, bruh. You know what I'm saying? People got their own life to deal with, gang. Like, people going through their own struggles. You know what I'm saying? You go into Target, bruh. You think this person care about what you got going on, bruh? Like, oh dang, you just walked into the store. I need to pay 100% attention to you. Bro trying to figure out whether or not he can afford his meals or not. You know what I'm saying? That's what he thinking. He on his phone with the brightness down, opening the bank account, trying to see if he have enough money to get what he need before he hit the cash register. You know what I'm saying? That's what he care about. So it's people don't care, guy. People do not care, bruh. Everybody got their own life they dealing with, guy. Like, unless you like one of them people that purposely put yourself out there in the center of attention type thing, people don't care, guy. You know what I'm saying? Even at that point, some people will walk straight past you, bruh. You know, they don't care, guy. They don't care.
Most people that struggle with social anxiety is because you think you're more important than you are. And that's not a slight. That's not to speak down on you. That's not for you to look at yourself and now become insecure. It's just that you think that people are making a judgment on you at every moment. Like you walk in the room and now the judgment automatically starts. I mean, let's just say the judgment does start as soon as you walk in the room. Once you walk out of that room, what did any of their judgment matter? Or even while you're in that room, are they going to hit you? Are they going to harm you? What if you're that funny looking person in the room, but you're the only authentic person in the room? You're the only person that's actually comfortable in your skin. Meanwhile, everybody else in the room is concerned what everybody is thinking about them.
Bruh, it was this dude I went to school with. You know what I'm saying? He was like a special education dude. He was so himself, bruh. Wherever he went, you know what I'm saying? No matter what he did, bro, he was himself, his authentic self, bro. He didn't change for nobody. Dude was a ladies' man, a singer, funny, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was cool, bro. He was cool. And he was authentic, bro. Like, he didn't care. Like, he didn't care about what people thought of him. You know what I'm saying? He didn't care about nobody judging him, nobody talking about him. Like, of course, like, people said stuff about him. You know what I'm saying? Like, ignorant people saying stuff about him, but he didn't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is, right? That's what you gotta have the mindset of, bro. Like, if you dealing with social anxiety to the point to where you think that people are going to be judging you on this and judge you on that, it is what it is, gang. You know what I'm saying? You're going to change who you are as an individual to please this person that you probably will only see for like 2 or 3 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to change your whole identity to make this person not judge you or to feel comfortable. Forget this person, gang. Focus on you, bro. You good. Sis, you good. You know what I'm saying? You good who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, forget that, bro. Be you. Be your authentic self. You know what I'm saying?
Think about that. You're in a room worried about what other people think, but those people are worried about what you think. And that's the catch-22 of social anxiety. Most people aren't really even thinking about you the way you think they're thinking about you. They're just going on about their own days. And the more you understand this, the more freeing you will be. When you walk in a room, those people only exist on how you perceive them.
Social anxiety is not real. People ask me, Ames, how do you know how social anxiety? You know why? Because why do you need social anxiety? Everyone's gonna die one day, and you see all these people here watching you right now, they're all going to forget in 20 minutes. Literally. Come, let's speak to some people. High five, please. Hey, literally. All of these people right here, they have lives themselves. They don't care about me. They care about themselves. Look at him. He cares about himself. Do you care about me, sir? You got sons? So you got to care about family. I hear it. My boy though, literally, all of these people, they're trying to catch their train. They don't care what I'm talking about. But social anxiety is not real. She don't care. He don't care. Even the baby don't care. They don't care. Anyway, so where you going, sir? Where you going? Guys, listen. Social anxiety is not real. See it after me. Social anxiety is not. Okay, it might be real. I don't know. Anyways, guys, listen, let's watch my video.
Social anxiety does not exist. It is a pure fragment of your imagination. Why are you gonna...
Now, there's a thin line right? There's a thin line between proving the point and being cringe. You know, there's a thin line, gang. There's a thin line. At certain points, you can cross that line, bro. You can cross that line. You know? This is a little cringe, bro. A little cringe.
Care what anyone thinks, huh? Do any of these people pay for your bills? Why do you care what people think of you? Why are you embarrassed in front of people, huh? Look, no one cares. Look, people are just getting about their normal day and no one cares about you. So why do you care about what they think? Social anxiety literally does not exist. Look, see? Everyone's just shopping, minding their own business. They're all gonna go home and they're gonna forget about it.
One of the main ways that you think people judge you is how you judge other people. So that's another reason why you got to be careful with what you say with your tongue as well. If you're constantly speaking negatively or judging other people, or you're always on your phone and you're judging what you see, and you're constantly reading comments, seeing how other people negatively judge whatever you're looking at, you're gonna assume that the judgment that comes to you is also gonna be negative, which is why focusing on the positive judgment to yourself is what can free you from this type of thinking. Because remember, none of the people that see you actually know you. But I want to show y'all something from one of my favorite creators in this space. When I was really struggling with social anxiety, his videos really helped me. Check this out.
Why are you so shy? You're visibly nervous.
I be seeing his clips all the time.
Public speaking, and it's not easy.
Okay, well, let's logically look at it. Are you in danger?
No.
Anyone here have a gun? Seattle, no guns. There's no threat. Logically, nothing will happen. You can do whatever. You can make some silly sounds. Look at that. Nothing happened. Yeah. Give him a hand. Look at that. This is good on the external side. Why? Because you did something that was a little out there, out of character, outside of your comfort zone. You didn't die, and you actually received positive feedback. So realize, nothing bad happened. If you're someone who just lives up here, mentally.
See, that's the thing that be bothering me sometimes. Like, I be thinking that, I don't know, maybe it's just how, like, the stuff I've seen, you know what I'm saying, the stuff that I've heard, bro, like, I don't know, maybe that's what triggers this, but I just be thinking, like, at any moment, you know what I'm saying, at any moment, things can go left quick, and I have to be ready. You know, like, I don't know what it is, bro. Why I've always been like that, bro. Always been like that. Matter of fact, I didn't start being like that until maybe I turned. Dang. Oh, middle school, gang. Middle school. Dang. Okay, y'all. That's when it happened, bro. Middle school. You know what I'm saying? Middle school. When dude pulled the, you know what I'm saying? We was at Pagoda Park. Dude pulled the hammer out, you know what I'm saying? Pointed at us, was like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Nobody jump in, they gonna fight. Nobody jump in. Anybody jump in, I'ma shoot them. It's a long story time, bro. I don't want to get into it right now, but that was a crazy day, gang. That was a crazy day. Dang.
Mentally, in the mental, logical, analytical realm, you will not have charisma. That is the land of the robot. It's like, I am trying to have charisma. I will say the same line Julian said, and hopefully it will also be charismatic. No, you got to learn how to feel. Get into your body. If you can't feel, there's step number one. And guess what? Most people can't. Most people, even in terms of expressing how they feel, even a smile, they are unable to smile. And this is why most of us, even when going out, it's like we feel like imposters, right? It's like, oh, they're going to discover the real me. Why are you not putting the real you out there? Why do you believe that the real you is so pathetic that you have to hide it? And when you actually put it out, you tap into it, you have that self-respect where it's like, you know what? No, I'm no longer going to compromise who I am. I'm going to put it out there. and you just feel alive, there is no going back. There is no going back to the fake front. You just can't.
I know for some people, you're probably saying to yourself, yeah, but if I'm the real me, what if people don't accept that? What if people laugh at me? What if people look at me in a way that's different from how they look at me now? Like, what if that girl, she doesn't call me or she doesn't give me her phone number because I'm being the real me? I'm saying the corny jokes that I naturally say. I'm not being suavemente trying to be one of these guys off of YouTube. I'm being the real me. What if she doesn't like that though?
What should I do if my boyfriend has social anxiety? Get another one that doesn't have social anxiety and go out with him and let the other one stay home? That's easy.
I feel bad for any woman that's listening to Shira 7. But anyways, let's get back to the topic. See, by you not being yourself, you strengthen the resistance of being yourself, making it more hard for you to naturally be you. So you keep up this persona that you believe is a lot more acceptable, which is why we have dudes in the club that are sitting on their phones instead of enjoying the music, which is why we have girls that instead of enjoying the dance floor, they sitting there trying to post for their Instagram. They're doing what they believe is acceptable for this social setting instead of just enjoying themselves. Think about when you try to come off as this cool guy, this cool macho man that's all real suave with the words, and ladies, you know, you try to look cute all the time, you come off as awkward because you're trying to keep up with a persona that actually isn't you. So
bro, be yourself, gang. Be yourself, 100%. Be yourself, bro. Trying to tell you, nobody's 100% cool all the time, bro. Nobody, gang. You know what I'm saying? A dude, you gonna say a corny joke. You know what I'm saying? The joke that you say ain't gonna hit. The flirtatious line that you trying to get off to her, it's not gonna hit, gang. You know what I'm saying? It's not 100% time. No. Nobody's 100%, bro. Be yourself, bro. You know what I'm saying? Be yourself. At least if you're being you, the person that you are pursuing or wanting to attract, they will like you for you. So you won't feel uncomfortable in the relationship with them because you are not having to pretend to be somebody, be a character for this long period of time. Just be you, bruh. You know what I'm saying? They rock with you, they rock with you. If they don't, they don't. So what? It don't matter, gang. Be you, bruh.
So I ask you, so which one do you hate more? To let a stranger or another human down? All because you were being your authentic self and you didn't live up to the expectation that they had for you? Or what about living a life of being uncomfortable and scared to do everyday activities because you're scared on how people are gonna judge you? I remember when I was single, my bros would always ask me, yo, bro, how do you have the courage to just walk up to a girl? And I used to tell them, bro, the worst thing that she could say is no. And if she says no, and I know I was being authentically who I am, if she rejects that person, then she should not be around me. Because if she approves the person that is a facade, then she's attracted to somebody that's actually not me. Listen, fellas, one thing people yearn for right now is to be around somebody that is comfortable being themselves. Let's just think about it real quick. When you go to the club or something like, or the bar, or you're out in a public setting, who is everybody recording? The person that is authentically themselves. They're enjoying the music. They're, hey, that's where everybody put their phone down. They get to enjoy what it is to be in the presence of somebody that's comfortable in their own skin. They're shaking all of their social anxieties and they're allowing themselves just to be them. Everybody around them is yearning to be in that exact seat. So while you may be telling yourself, oh, I gotta fake act like I'm this guy that you're really not. No, you need to be comfortable with being just who you are. Say the corny jokes. Be okay with being rejected for who you are, but be happy that you were who you actually are. Because being nervous is okay, but it's a problem once you let it control you, because now you fear a normal feeling.
So one of the reasons why you have social anxiety and why you get so nervous in social situations is because at one point in your life, you were taught that it was not okay to be yourself. You developed the belief that being yourself wasn't enough. You believe that if you just express yourself authentically and unapologetically, people are going to reject you. So this...
That makes sense, bro. That makes sense, bro. You know what I'm saying? One thing I've learned, bro. Listen, I love anime, gang. I watch anime. I've watched B-tier anime, C-tier anime. I don't watch anime that people don't know about. I don't read manga. You know what I'm saying? I don't read manga, but I ain't get that deep. But I play video games, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm a huge gamer, bro. I am a movie buff, bro. I know all about filmmaking, actors, actresses, writers, directors, producers, movie companies, the types of films movies are being made on, cameras, lenses, equipment, you know what I'm saying? Movie equipment, bro, locations, bro. I know several movie locations, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just off the strength, like the history of those locations, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like a huge movie buff, bro. Film nerd, bro. Nerd, literally a film nerd, gang. You know what I'm saying? Literally a film nerd. Unapologetically though, bro. Like that's me, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's me. I've always been like that. You know what I'm saying? Always been like that. So that's what you have to put out there, bro. Like be you. You know what I'm saying? Be you.
This brings up an important question. How can you bring more and more of yourself to social situations and express more and more of yourself while at the same time being safe or feeling safe to be yourself in those situations? You're gonna have to push your comfort zone just a little bit. But by doing a little bit more each day than what you're used to, you're gonna feel more and more comfortable around people, being yourself around people, and being more free around people. Another thing to take note of is the people in your life who already allow you to feel free, to be yourself around them. Hope this helps. And if you have any questions about social anxiety, leave it in the comments.
The best gift that you can give the world is yourself. Like being your true, authentic self. That is the best gift that you can give somebody. And so like, if you don't have that community, you don't have those people, start putting yourself out there. Go outside. Go to different events.
Go outside.
Introduce yourself to people, you know what I mean? Ask people questions, inquire about who they are, and allow yourself to be open.
You will not overcome your social anxiety by getting good at socializing. And there's two reasons for this. The first reason is because your perception is already distorted. You already misinterpret social interactions because of your obsessiveness and because of your low self-esteem. So even if you were to have quote unquote good interactions, the likelihood is you would still find something to obsess about. And the second reason is because you do not overcome a fear by reassuring yourself that everything is okay. You overcome a fear by facing the fear head on and realizing that despite the negative outcome, you can manage it. And so when I hear people say, but you don't understand, every time I have a social interaction, it goes really poorly. Number one, we can't trust your assessment because of your low self-esteem. And number two, the whole point of this is to have bad social interactions. A stand-up comic does not get good at stand-up by just being really good at stand-up. They have to bomb. They bomb over and over and over again until they lose the fear of bombing, and then it gets easier. That's what we need to do. We need to bomb and be okay with bombing. So after the social interaction, you don't tell yourself you're a loser, you're a mess up. You tell yourself, oh well, I made a mistake. It is what it is. You throw it to the wind. I realize that's easier said than done, but that is the attitude you need to have. Everybody makes social mistakes. Your problem is that you misinterpret them and you obsess about them.
So if you have social anxiety,
yeah, that's like when dudes approach girls, like, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna make every shot, gang. You're not gonna make every shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're afraid to talk to girls, the only way to get over that fear is to do exactly that. Talk to girls. That's the only way, gang. That's the only way. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you just gotta put yourself out there, bro. Just put yourself out there, bro.
I just want to let you know that you are not alone. I struggled with really bad social anxiety, and sometimes I still do. That's why this video for me was very therapeutic, just to make this video, just to remind myself and to remind you guys that nobody really cares, okay? Just be you. And when I look back at the moments that I really have enjoyed in my life, it was moments of me just being me. Even if I looked stupid to others or whatever, it felt free. So just allowing myself to be me really helps with my social anxiety. And another reason that I didn't really touch on in this video why a lot of y'all experience social anxiety is also because you're living with some type of shame, which is why watching those X-rated videos, yeah, I mean, you should really stay away from, because although it feels good in the moment and it doesn't feel like it's hurting anybody, deep in your subconscious, it creates some type of shame because you subconsciously believe that people may see that dark side of you when they're looking at you, which is why it's hard for you to look at people in their eyes. Try it out. I'm telling you, it works. But if you're living in an honest life and you're not living with shame and stuff like that, I'm gonna tell you the same way my dad told me. You gotta look under the bed so you can see that there's no monsters under the bed. Because if not, your imagination is gonna keep telling you that that monster is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And also remember this, one day we will all die and everything that you're worried about won't even matter, especially the opinions of others. So live life to the fullest and stop putting your happiness on layaway for later. Live now, because later is not guaranteed. Anyways, y'all, it's been your boy.
Yeah, that's a good video, gang. That's a good video, bro. You know what I'm saying? I even found out some realizations about myself, gang. That's a good video, bro. Great video. Like, yeah, bro. You know, my social anxiety don't come from like public speaking or me thinking people are judging me or nothing like that. It's off some, you know what I'm saying? Like, things can go left. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up with this person? What's up with this person? Why they moving like this? Why they moving like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I be thinking. You know what I'm saying? I be thinking at any moment, things can go left, bruh. You know what I'm saying? And that just come from, like, things that I've seen and things that I've been through, bro. Like, so, yeah. That's going to be it for the video, man. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're new. Hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when I post new content on the channel. Till next time, man. Deuces.